Good morning, guys. So I just had 4 days off, and yes, I did not post any videos because for some odd reason I don't keep up on them like I should. I am at work. It's day one. It's Monday. I work today and I work Thursday, so only 10 hours this week, which really made me mad. I know I didn't post my work rant video about it, but here's the short and kind of sweet version of it. Tuesday I went and... Is there a person in there? Oh, sorry. I thought I saw a person in my camera in the background, which, yeah, right there. I didn't know if it was an employee. But anyway, so they posted the schedule for this week coming up. They posted it last Tuesday, and I went back in there and I looked, and I only had 10 hours this week. So I was mad. I was so mad. So on my break, I called the Ultimate Tan. I have an interview for them on Wednesday at 9:30 in the morning. And then I went ahead and I saw Bass Pro was doing open interviews on Tuesday, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll go do that. I'll go ahead and put my application in. And for that whole week, I was going back and forth if I should go and do the open interview, because the Ultimate Tan is full-time. I'm kind of banking more on that, but I actually now have to do the interview at Bass Pro because I got a call yesterday from them, and they want me to meet with their manager of the men's apparel at 3. So that's gonna be fun. I'm a nervous ass wreck. Yeah, interviews always get people nervous. But I don't know. I'm more nervous for the interview at the Ultimate Tan than I am for Bass Pro, simply because I have experience working in sporting goods stores. I worked at Dick's Sporting Goods for like 2 months. That wasn't that long, but there's issues there which I had to leave because one of the scheduling managers, who's no longer there now, he would not schedule me to work at all. No idea why. But actually, before I started working there and before I started working at Sam's and all that, I worked at Gander Mountain for 3 years. I believe I was at Gander Mountain. I was there during the change when it went from Gander Mountain to Firearms World or Gun World or something like that. I was there for that. That was actually, if anybody was to ask me what my favorite job was out of all the jobs I've had, which I can list them off for you. So my very first job, I worked in my town at a place called the Prairie Grill. I was a dishwasher there. I left there and I worked at Maidrite for 2 years, and then that's when I started working at Gander Mountain. Then I've been on and off at Sam's Club. I worked at a sports bar, and then Dick's, and then now Gordman's. And I was a assistant librarian when I was working when I was going to school in Western. But anyway, the point is, and anybody asks me what my favorite jobs are, I always say working at Gander Mountain and working as a librarian. And here's why. So I love hiking and camping and fishing, not so much hunting. I don't think I could shoot an animal. I've always wanted to go to a fire range and, shoot a gun or something. I love shooting bows. My brother used to shoot bows in our backyard all the time. But I loved it because the people were so fun. I worked a lot by myself, and I always had projects and stuff to do up there. And if I didn't have a project, I got on the register and I go online, and there's a site where you can take quizzes. You read like slideshows and take quizzes of the different products that are in the store, and you earn points towards gift cards, which I got a $100 gift card once. That's how I got my swimsuit that one year. When the store, most fun part was when we closed the store and it was just us and we were cleaning. We'd have a manager get on the overhead when everybody was gone and was like, you sure in hell don't have to go home, but you can't stay here, get your ass out. That's when everybody was out of the store. We played hide and go seek. I remember I hid in one of the display tents to scare a coworker. I've asked one of the managers if I could dress in the ghillie suit and be a mannequin to scare a coworker. Like, they were so much fun. They're kind of like, they're like that at Gorman's too. They're fun. I mean, we don't play hide and go seek or anything there. Dick's was okay. We got to play basketball after we closed in the store. They let us play basketball, but it's not as fun as Gander. Being an assistant librarian was really fun. I worked at the physical science library, which was kind of weird because I'm an English major and I was working in the physical science library, so chemistry, forensic science. So I learned a lot while working there, but I liked it because there wasn't much to do. So the main librarian sat in her office and then I sat up at the desk the whole time, so technically I was the librarian. So I would check in and out books. That rarely happened. This library was small, so it was never busy. So I did that. I'd run books. So the way it works, I think I worked at every college, that you can order books from another school. So since we were separated we were like down the street from the main library, I would take the books that people would want from the physical science library and walk it down to Malpis library. And while I was there, the manager's like, oh, you can stop and get coffee and get food. It's all right. So I got to do that while I was on the clock. After I got done cleaning, I could work on homework. We only had to count books like once a semester, but half of the time I got to work on homework, and I closed one night a week there. So there's a lot of homework and Netflix I got to do. It was really fun. Unfortunately, I dropped that semester due to depression. I had a major case of depression and it was bad. I couldn't get out of bed to go to class. Anybody asked me what's wrong, or if I tried talking about it, I'd start break down crying. So my manager was really nice. I went home for a week and she's like, no problem at all. You need to take care of yourself, go home. That's when I decided to drop. I think it had a lot to do with I didn't have a car, I didn't have any friends down there anymore, and I was used to being home. I was home for 2 years while I was paying off my tuition, so I think that had a lot to do with it too. But anyway, back to being nervous for these interviews. So that's why I'm not so nervous about Bass Pro, because I have experience in sporting goods stores. I'm nervous for the Ultimate Tan because I have no experience in tanning. I actually just started tanning not that long ago, so I have no idea what I'm doing in that department. So that interview is probably going to be a lot of hoping I'm answering the questions right. I'm going to do some research, I think, tonight on tanning and the Ultimate Tan and all that, so I can be better prepared for it. I'd be happy with either job. I'm making more on the Ultimate Tan just because I did apply for full-time. So I'm guaranteed hopefully guaranteed those full-time hours. It's close to home. It's a lot closer to home than Bass Pro is. If you are from the Peoria area, you know the distance from here to where Bass Pro is and here to where the Ultimate Tan is. But I'm making more on the Ultimate Tan, and unfortunately, I did tell the HR department that, hey, I'm not gonna lie to you, I do have another interview Wednesday, and I'm gonna take both. If I get an offer from you or the Ultimate Tan, I'm gonna sit down and I've got to take both offers in consideration and find out what one's gonna benefit me more, because I don't want to take the Bass Pro job if I'm only making enough money to pay for gas. So we'll see what goes from there. Anyway, I am actually gonna get this video posted, and I've actually got to get into work, so I will see you guys.